well, that's that. That's the season done. Season finished, and that was more importantly Nuno's last ever game for Wolves. Yeah. Basically, this video is just going to be kind of like just a look back, you could say, and just we can really just appreciate what this man has done for us and Wolves fans up and down the country, all over the world, what he's done for us. But yeah, the game. I don't want to talk about the game too much because it was a bit. It wasn't the greatest game, but yeah. Again, it was great seeing fans there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a ticket. I was in priority 4 or something, so I was never getting a ticket. But I went before the game started to Waterloo Road, just outside the grounds, and there's a good few thousand outside there as well. I was there cheering the team on as soon as the coach pulled up and we saw Nuno, and yeah, it was a really nice feeling as well. Even though I wasn't there watching the game, especially, and you could hear this chanting and how loud it was, and it sounded great. But that moment just before him coming off the coach, it was really special. It was really nice, and yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It just still doesn't feel real. It feels like just a really horrible breakup, and whether it was the right thing to do, whether it was the right thing for him to go or not, well, I'm not going to mention in this video. We just want to appreciate what he's done for us. I remember the season before he came in, we finished 15th in the championship. Not really expecting much. We just had Paul Lambert, and yeah, it really wasn't great. Who we had Keames in goal. I remember we had Courtney Horse, Danny Bath at our back two, and we had Andy Vyman, Ben Marshall. I think Joe Mason was playing as well up front. Dicko as well was there, and it's a bit surreal how far we have come, and I think we don't appreciate it enough. I think we're only appreciating it now where we've come from, 15th in the championship to now where we've finished 12th this season in the Premier League, which and a lot of us are still upset with that, and whether that's right or wrong, but it just shows how far we've come in the last 4 years or something. How we're still we're not satisfied with 12th in the Premier League, where 4 years ago we was 15th and not far off the relegation spots in the Championship. It just shows, and it's all down to Nuno. It's all down to him, especially just attracting some of the players that he did, like Ruben Neves, who we brought from Porto, who was the youngest ever captain for Porto in the Champions League. We brought in Jota, who had a really good season at Porto that season as well. He came in. We had Bolly come in, and we had all these other players as well, and even some of the ones that go unnoticed. I think John Ruddy, Ryan Bennett, Alfred and Jai were so good. I think Ryan Bennett and Alfred and Jai especially were brilliant. I think Alf was just he's only on loan for that season, but what he done, some of the important parts he played in that season were brilliant, and it was really good to bring him in. Ryan Bennett as well and John Ruddy both got on a free. Definitely worth the money, 100%. John Ruddy winning Golden Glove, and Benno was just solid. He's a solid professional, and yeah, he's not the greatest defender, but for someone, a free agent, it's pretty good getting him in. And I think the main player is Connor Cody, where I think I wouldn't be surprised if that season, that summer, that Cody would have gone. I thought he'd have been the first one out at the door, because his first 2 seasons at Wolves wasn't great. He wasn't really ripping up trees that much, but he did have to fill in a lot at Wolves, to be fair. But he now done a spot, that sweeper role, and he's been brilliant at times, and is a captain of a European team. He got into the England squad. He scored for his country, which is unbelievable still to think. And I think he's the biggest success that's come out of Nuno's era, really, because yeah, we didn't see Connor Cody coming this far with us, 100%. I look at him now; it's brilliant, and yeah, we just have to thank Nuno for what he's done and just everything he's done for us. Because for me personally, these have been four of like the best years I've ever had. Really, like some of the joy that I've had, like some of the memorable ones. I remember I was at Bristol City away where you see him in the box when he got sent to the stands when Benno scored in the last minute. That was unbelievable. There was a lot of games in the Premier League as well. I think the Man United quarter final is still my favourite game I've ever been to. Just the noise that day, like even when it was still 0-0 in that first half, it was unbelievable. And the City game as well, which was massive. A Leicester game, which I think is probably one. I think that Leicester game, that 4-3 where Jota scored a hat trick, I still think is probably one of the most underrated Premier League games ever. I think no one talks about it, and of course Leicester aren't going to talk about it, but it was just, it was unreal. Like it was just so like I don't know, just they were scoring every single minute. It was like a proper basketball game, back and forth. We scored and they scored. We scored again. They scored again. Like it was unbelievable, and yeah, I think that one is a classic as well. But even the whole FA Cup run and the Europa League run as well, getting to see Wolves in Europe is something that I never thought I would have done. And unfortunately, I didn't get to go to any of the like away games in Europe. I wish I did, but I just really couldn't because I was in like college and I just didn't really have the time to go out on Thursday nights to like Spain or Portugal or something. But I really wish I went to one. But I'm still proud that I still went to every single European game at home, and I'm really happy to say that. And hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future, we'll be there very soon, seeing us in Europe yet again. But yeah, it was actually getting quite emotional. Like at the end, where they was doing the Guard of Honor, and he was walking around, and you could see, just he just, I think. Yeah, it was really special, and I really want to know if you was at the game, anyone watching this who was at the game, let me know what it was like there, actually being around it and everything about it, because it just seems so special, so just emotional as well. To be fair, it's not just Nuno, the whole of his backroom staff as well. Like, I think one thing we just, apart from this season, because it's been a weird old season, but before this season, our injury record that we had, which was all down to Nuno and his backroom staff as well. His injury record was unbelievable. Like it was just so I've never seen anything like it. Like we had literally no injuries. I remember, especially the first two seasons in the Premier League, we had, even in the Championship as well, we just had the same 11 every single game, and I think that's why we were so good and so consistent, because the players knew each other inside out. And I think that's been the struggle this season. We've just had so many injuries. It's nothing down to Nuno or anything. It's just circumstances. I'm pretty sure I've read we've had 8 different left backs or left wing backs this season, which it's mad. And just the injuries to every single one of our best players it's been annoying. It's been heartbreaking, and I'm unfortunate it didn't work out. But again, I'm not talking about whether it was right or wrong to let Nuno go or anything, but I'll maybe discuss that in a later video as always. But yeah, that's it. The end of the Nuno era is done, and that's not the end. It's just the end of a chapter now. We look on, we look forward. We just hope that Jeff and everyone at Wolves picks the right man now, the right person for this job. And yeah, of course, wish Nuno the very best wherever he goes. I think he deserves a little bit of time off to go and see his family, enjoy himself. He deserves the time off, and he deserves to be proud of what he's done, because he's been the greatest manager I've ever seen at Wolves, and yeah, lived some experiences that I never thought I would have. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, if there was anyone at the match today, then let me know your thoughts. What was it like there? The atmosphere, everything like that, because it sounded so good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. And yeah, there'll be a few videos coming out this week, in the next couple of weeks, just about Wolves season in general, my end of season review, maybe a video about players we should keep, sell, buy, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you all stay well, stay safe, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.
Calls me day and night. I'm sorry, girl, you just don't make me feel right. I never meant to make you cry.